Hi, good morning everyone. This is Liz Davis. I am a nutritionist and I specialise in digestive health for busy women. So I help busy women fix their reflux, painful digestion, bloating, IBS, etc. and any kind of related hormone problems or chronic fatigue and so on, because all those can kind of be related to your gut health as well usually. And I do this with state-of-the-art gut testing, hormone testing, any other kind of testing we need, and diet upgrades and supplements, etc., to bring things back into balance for you. So it's getting to that time of year again where we need to start thinking about vitamin D and do we have enough on board, and what the kind of issues can arise if we don't have enough on board. So I'll run through all that, what you can look for to see if you're deficient, and then what to look for in a supplement as well. So basically, there are a few risk factors there for being low in vitamin D. So if you have kind of darker skin, you're going to find it a lot more difficult to synthesize vitamin D. If you're someone who spends a lot of time indoors, say for example in a care home, if you cover up a lot when you're outside, and if you, when the sun's out, you put a lot of sun cream on, so you're not ever getting that direct impact of the sun on your skin. So all those are kind of risk factors for being low in vitamin D. Sometimes you can just be low anyway. Some people are just genetically more susceptible to being lower in vitamin D. Spending time outside in the sun without any sun cream on is definitely the best way to synthesize vitamin D, and then you can be sure that you're not making too much, you're not taking in too much, because your body regulates it for you. So all you need to do though is expose your arms and legs in the sun for just 10 minutes for most people, although that's obviously going to vary depending on your skin tone, etc. And that's all you need to do, and in that time your body should synthesize about 10,000 IUs, international units of vitamin D, which is plenty, and it regulates it nicely to make sure you're not getting overloaded or anything. So as long as you don't burn, that's the main thing. So if you're not burning, then you can be sure that you're not actually doing any damage to your skin. So there are some food sources as well, but the food contains negligible amounts of vitamin D, so you cannot rely on it for your main source. So foods like oily fish and eggs and certain mushrooms contain vitamin D, so it's always worth adding plenty of those to your diet, although as I say, negligible amounts, so you'll need to be supplementing as well. So what does vitamin D actually do? Well, it's super important. So virtually every cell in your body has got a receptor for vitamin D, and it's actually a hormone anyway. So it's not a vitamin as such. So you need it definitely for your bone health. So that was the main thing that it used to be recognised for, making sure you had strong bones, because it helps the calcium get into your bones to where you want it to be. But it also supports your immune system massively. So if you find you're getting lots of coughs and colds, stomach bugs, etc., it's going to be worth you looking into your vitamin D levels to see what they're doing. You can get tested to see if they're low. It provides protection against autoimmune conditions. So if you're suffering with any kind of autoimmunity, it's really important to keep on top of your vitamin D levels and certainly be supplementing there. Regulates your blood pressure and cholesterol. It helps to keep inflammation under control. And as we know, inflammation is, playing a part in a lot of conditions, a lot of illnesses and things. So again, it's really important for many, many different reasons to make sure that your vitamin D levels are adequate. It's good for depression and anxiety, and boosts your energy levels. So pretty much anything you might potentially have wrong with you, vitamin D is probably playing a part in there somewhere. So how much do you need to take? Well, if you sit in the sun with your arms and legs exposed for 10 minutes, you will on average be synthesizing about 10,000 IUs. So IUs stands for international units, and that's what you'll see when you buy a supplement. You'll see the amount of IUs on the side. So bearing in mind that's going to be giving you 10,000 IUs. The government recommendations to be taking between 400 IUs and 4,000 IUs a day actually isn't all that much. So what I would recommend is probably for most people taking about between 2,000 and 4,000 IUs a day. Check your multivitamins as well. Multivitamins mostly contain quite adequate amounts of vitamin D. Make sure it's vitamin D3 as well. And you want some K2 in there too. I'll come on to that in just a second. So you want vitamin D3, 2,000 to 4,000 IUs a day. I would also highly recommend getting tested first, because you may not even need to supplement it. A lot of people don't. But if you are finding you're suffering with any of those aforementioned issues, then it's definitely worth looking at your vitamin D and just finding where it's at. So you want to, yes, so you need to take the K2 as well. So the K2 with your D3 is going to make sure that you're getting that vitamin D where we want it to go, rather than just sloshing around in your arteries, because then it can cause problems as well. So D3, K2, 2,000 to 4,000 IUs a day should be adequate for most people. Test if you need to. For school kids, probably around about 2,000 IUs should do the trick. Again, a lot of kids' multivitamins will contain a nice amount of vitamin D3 as well, which is good. The good quality ones will. Just make sure you've got that K2 in there as well, which is really important. Okay, so I hope you found that useful. If you did, do like and share, and pop me a DM if you'd like more information about testing or nutrition support, and I shall see you next time. Okay, bye.